I'm Michael from the violin shop at Riverton Music, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how to put on a shoulder pad and essentially how they're put together. This is the standard Kun. It's a very popular shoulder pad, and there are a lot of other shoulder pads that are based on this design. This is kind of a very popular way to go, so I'll use this one. First of all, you'll notice that the shoulder pad is slightly S-shaped. The shoulder is going to go on the part that's up the highest when you consider how it is underneath the violin. It's the part that will raise up the most. When you put it on, the part that's raised the most will actually go under the chin rest, because it's going to contact your shoulder under where your chin is. And it should just fit firmly enough to hang on, be nice and snug, but not so tight that it would damage the instrument or create structural stress in any way. So here we've got it. The high part, the part closest to the violin, is the part under the chin rest. When it goes on, you should adjust it in such a way, both with its position on the instrument. You can move these sides back and forth. You want to adjust it so that you can have the violin pretty much stay in place. You can have the violin pretty much stay in place without really having to support it with your arm. Like, if you can see how that works. The other thing about the shoulder pad is it can be adjusted this way depending on how far you put these pieces. You can screw them in further, you can pull them out more, and they come in two different lengths. There's the long side, and it's the side that's furthest away from the instrument. As you can see, the part that goes close to the instrument, you want to have the short stem. The part that's farthest from the instrument, you want to have the long stem. So if you buy a new shoulder pad and you notice that they're different lengths, you want to put the short one on the side where your shoulder is, and the long one sort of down near where your chest is. If you can see how that works. There are some things to avoid certain shoulder pads. There's one called the resonance, and essentially these pieces are bent metal, and they have sort of like a surgical tubing stretched over them, and they tend to wear out very easily, and they'll create terrible grooves in the ribs of your instrument. So avoid situations like that. And as you're choosing a shoulder pad, there are other varieties available, but this is the most common type. But as you look at them, just try and pay attention to structure and see if there's anything that wouldn't work for you or would work better for you, and anything that might damage the instrument, such as the metal pieces against the ribs and edges.